In this question, Andrew, who graduated from business school, has got 350 from his father that he started a business, and recently he was boasting to some friends that his revenue were typically around 300,000 per year. Make up then already had taken this. He has started the business. While its operating cost per month include maintenance 9,000, depreciation amount 1,000, bad debt write-off per month. He is doing the business in a place rented by his father, and rent value rupees 5,000 is paid by his father, regardless of doing or not doing the business. Before he started his own business, Andrew was invited by his close friend Jerome to invest the total amount he got from father in his business with an expected return of 12% per annum as Andrew profit share. That is the second option available for that particular person. එයාට පුළුවන් 350,000 to invest in its own business or else friends business. However, for business handled by Jerome, Andrew must travel daily costing additionally 100,000 per year. Traveling cost traveling cost to his own business is only 100 per week. 52 weeks per year. Identify the two options that were available to Andrew Carnegie upon his graduation. What are the options? Joining to his friend's business or running his own business. Then go for the steps. Running business, friend's business. Benefits, cost. Do the analysis. Photo මේක මම මේ 1000 කලින් තිබ්බ 100 කළා. හරි මේක පාව දින්න යන්නේ. හරි. අන්න මේකත් ඉන්න හරි. හැබැයි මේ ස්ටෙප්ස් ෆලෝ කරන්න මේ ප්‍රොබ්ලම් සෝල්ව් කරද්දී ඔයාලට මේක එනවා පේපර් වලට එක්සෙමිස්ටර් එකකට එනවා solve කරද්දී හැම වෙලේම first identify the options then categorize benefit cost then calculate the profits then benefits then profit. ඔකටත් යන විනාඩි 8කට Then again, you have to write down these two options. Step number one, identifying the two options. One is friend's business. Friend's business is own business. Next, these are the two options available. Clear? That is clear. Then, separate you have to identify what are the marginal benefits, what are the marginal costs. What are the marginal benefits? What are the marginal costs? Got 350,000 from his father. Recently, he was ghosting to some friends. Ghosting क्या Ghosting and Puraj. Some friends that his revenue were typically 300,000 per year. එහෙනම් එයාගේ business එකනේ. එයාගේ own business එකේ per year 300,000 revenue. ඒක marginal benefit නේ. While its operating cost per month include maintenance 8,000, 9,000 depreciation amount and 1,000 bad debt write-off per month. අන්න තුනක් තියෙනවා. 8 plus 9 plus 1. කීයද? 18,000 වැඩි කිරීම 12 marginal cost කීයක් එනවා? 216,000. මේ වල වෙනම ගන්න නැති සප්‍රේට් no problem. He is doing the business in a place and he is doing the business in a place rented by his father. And rent value rupees 5,000 is paid by his father regardless of doing or not doing the business. Tell me whether this information is relevant for our decision or not. Is this relevant? No, because whether we do the business or not do the business or we do the business with the friend, this 5,000 will be paid by whom? His father. So this we identify as an irrelevant. This is not becoming a marginal cost. Marginal cost means additional cost that is happening as a result of taking a new decision. Decision එකට ගිය නිසා එහා බඳුන ඒවා තමයි marginal. This is not a marginal. This is a sunk cost. Already it is happening. Right? Therefore, this 5,000 should not consider for your decision. Right? Before he started his own business, Andrew was invited by his close friend Gerald to invest the total amount he got from father in his business with an expected return of 200 per annum as Andrew's profit stream. And friends की कथा है. 350 invest करने की बात की है ना? 350 at 12%. किए देने? 10% 35,000 14,000 42,000. Right. However, for that business handled by Gerald, Andrew must travel daily costing additional 100 per week. Traveling cost to his own business is only rupees 100 per week. Make a comment that way. What is the marginal cost here? Yeah, make it here. Own business second here, friend business second here, කොච්චර පියදාගෙන යනවා? රුපියල් 100ක් පියදාගෙන යනවා 100 rupees he has to spend. Right? So that is again like same as the 5,000. මෙයා ගෙවුවා 100 නේ. මේකට ගියත් 100, මේකට ගියත් 100. So 100 value is not relevant. But anyway, when doing for the when he joining for the friend's business, he has to pay additional 100. Then see නෙමෙයි 200 වෙන්නේ. එතන මේක apply කරන්න පුළුවන් ක්‍රම දෙකක් තියෙනවා. ඔයාට පුළුවන් friends ගේ business එකට යන අයට 200 වැඩි කිරීම 12 කියලා apply කරලා ආයෙ මේ පැත්තට 100 වැඩි කිරීම 12 කියලා apply කරලා එක ක්‍රමයක්. Right? Or else you can take only the marginal cost. Here the marginal value 100 නේ. ඒ 200ක් යනවා business එක මෙයාගේකට. හැබැයි අරක හින්දා 100ක්. ඒතර additional කීයක් තියෙන්නේ? දෙවෙනි ක්‍රමය තමයි ඔයාලට පුළුවන් friends ගේ business එකේ cost එකට 100 වැඩි කිරීම 12 නෙමෙයි 52ක් ඇඩ්. 52ක් ඇඩ්. පළවෙනි ක්‍රමය මොකද්ද? අය මම ආයෙ කියනවා friends ගේ business එකට යන්න කීයක් යනවද 200 multiplied by 52 දාන්න one option මේකට 100 multiplied by 52 දාලා calculate කරලා ගන්න. එහෙම නැත්නම් you have to consider the marginal additional only 100 rupees 100 multiplied by 50 is the 5000 decimal. Clear? Huh? Decimal and the however, for that business handled by Gerald, Andrew must travel daily costing additionally 100 per week. Additional යනකොට friends එකකට යනකොට යාළුවාගේ business එකට යනවා තමන්ට යන විදිහට වැඩි තව 100ක් වැඩි. එහෙනම් කලින් යන ගාන කීයද? Traveling cost to his own business is 100. ඒක මම edit කරලා ගිහින් right so 1000 තිබ්බොත් එහෙනම් cost එකක් එනවා ඒකේ හින්දා මම මේක 100 කරා හරි 1000 ඔයාගේ එක ගත්තා 1100 යනවා අලුත් එක හරි ඔයාලා එහෙමද ඈ 100 විතර තියෙනවා 100 to යන additional 100 තියෙනවා 200 clear apply කරපම් කීයද එයා මේක නෝනේ benefit එක 42000 minus 5200 clear 36යි 800 නේද? ඒක තමයි. ඕකේ. net benefit. මේක net benefit වෙනවා 84000. නේ? 84000 නේද? money cost විතරක් නෙවෙයි අර investment decision making එකේ තමයි ඒක කරන්නේ. investment decision කරන්නේ. අයි relevant cost එකක් තියෙනවා. business එකක අපි මේකේ බලන්නේ cash value එක ගැන නෙමෙයි investment appraisal දෙනක අපි ගන්නේ cash එක විතර. එතෙන්දී අපි බලන්නේ මේ business එක පටන් ගැනීම නිසා as a result of doing the business whether these equipments are depreciated or not. Is it a marginal cost or not? If he did not run his own business, do you think his equipment will be depreciated? No. Right. In that sense, it is becoming an additional cost. එහෙනම් yeah no that's the right you have to take why depreciation you have to take because if you didn't run the business right normally you depreciate but within the government these options are not happening at once. එක වෙලාවෙම යන්නේ. දැන් ඔයා හිතන්න එපා මෙයා friends ගේ business එක තියෙද්දි. මෙයාගේ own business එකේ වටු ටික ගෙදර තියෙනවා හැම මොකද. ඒකත් එතනට එදා කිහරි කිව්වොත් අපි business කරවන්න කරා තමයි reputation allocate කරනවා. But here if we go for the friends business, that means there is no own business. Option is there, values are there, estimates are there, but there is nothing called own business. Here, that's all. We can't take depreciation. Okay. We have to include depreciation for the decision. Then 84,000 minus how much? 36,800 again of plus value. මේකට ගන්න හැම cost එකක්ම නෙවෙයි. cash flow එකක් තියෙනවා කියන්නේ whether the cash flow is not a consideration to consider particular cost as a relevant to it. අදාළද නැති කියලා කරන්නේ cash flow එක අදාළ වෙයි. දැන් එහෙම ගත්තොත් එහෙම අපිට මේ අපි opportunity cost එක ගත්තොත් ඒක cash flow එක නැතිවනේ. නේ? දැන් opportunity cost එක calculate කරද්දී දැන් අපි 84000 කියලා ගන්නවා. But we still consider this 36,800 as a cost. Is this having a cash flow? මේ cash flow එකක් තියෙනවා. දැන් මේක මේ අපි වෙයි කියලා හිතන දෙයක්. No cash. Clear? Good. අනේ ප්‍රශ්න අහන්න. That's good. 36,800 ඇත්තම ඉතින් අපි මේ imagination එක ගන්නේ අපි මේකට ගියොත් 10 ගෙනින් ලැබෙන ටික අපි හිතනවා. cash එනවා නෑ. See? Then it's a plus value. Economic profit is a plus value. Therefore, we can use a by decision. I hope you understood what economic decision making is. Not only for this calculating these things and solving problems. This can be used for your real life as well. When you think about option, and you may be having different options. Practically, aren't you having these type of starting business options and running the business, doing a job with option? Sometimes you are fighting with your bosses and thinking of starting my own business, right? So when making the decision, you can think whether you are going for this decision or not, right? Based on proper market analysis, right? Most of the time, what people do is think in this way. Assume that if the economic decision making is not there, right? If you are only considering this friends business, would you do it or not? Make it you don't think about option 2. You don't see the marginal benefit of option 2. You don't see the marginal benefit of option 2. Marginal cost of option 2. Right? Make a both right? In this question, he is doing a own business. Fortunately, it is right decision. Example, think that this Andrew is joined for this friend's business and running it. Right? Joining and doing the business. Then you don't think about other options. Take an accounting you continue. But you don't know. If without doing this, if you go for own business, you won't be able to earn 84,000. Next best option make a plus. Accounting profit is plus. Wow, nice. We can run the business. But අපි run කරලා මොකද වෙන්නේ? ඔයාගේ opportunity cost එකක් තියෙනවා business. ඔයා කීයක් opportunity cost එකක් තියෙනවද? 36,800 මෙතන plus value. කීයද දැන් ආවේ? 84,000 minus 36,800. Huh? Yeah. ඒක අත්බල ගන්න එක බලමු. 200. 20. 47,000. ඒ කියන්නේ ඔයා මේක ඇලිලා මේක ලාභයක් කීකේ දුවනවා කියන්නේ අවුරුද්ද ගානේ 42,000 මේ ගන්න ක්ලොස් කර ගන්නවා කියන්නේ. අවුරුද්දක් යනකොට මේක ලබනවා අන්න 88,000 ලැබෙච්ච එක ඔයා මෙච්චරයි. ඔය අවුරුද්ද ගානේ opportunity cost එක. හැබැයි මේක රන් කරනකොට අන්න දෙවෙනි ඔප්ෂන් එකට වැඩිය මේක හොඳයි මේක තමයි හොඳම. ඔයාලා රන් කරන්න. Clear? Now my question. So when making this, I am always asking question. Don't worry. So here we are considering two options. When calculating opportunity cost, right? When calculating opportunity cost, identifying opportunity cost, we are only considering the net benefit of next best option. ඊගාවට තියෙන හොඳම එකේ තමයි බලන්න. හොඳම එකේනේ බලන්න. Why is that? Why can't we consider all the other options? Understood. තමන් එහෙම තමයි කියන්න පුළුවන්. No, not scared. Scared කියන එක අරින්න එක අර මැක්කයි කතාව. ඕන මේක ඕන වල scared කිව්වොත් හරි. මෙයා වැරදි කියන්න බෑ. no කියන්නත් බෑ. Right? Scared කියන්නේ ඔක්කොම ඇදලා why? This is the subject matter of it. Economic වල මේක මෙහෙම වෙන්නේ. අයි 42000 කිව්වොත් ඔයාලට scared කියන්නේ. Because this is the subject matter. මම එහෙම නෙමෙයි. දැන් options වල මේක නම් දෙකයි. අපි ABCD කියන එක ගත්ත එකේ there are many options. Why we only take one? Why we only take one particular decision when considering options? Options? Could have given him. This will be first product. Good, Harry. Tavar, you are on the way. Then go to the destination. Others? Correct. He is telling if there are many options, opportunity cost will also increase. Then always economic profit will be a negative. So our decision is kind of wrong in the country. The option always your economic profit will be a negative one. You can't make a decision. Therefore, it is not practical. You got my point. And here they are making the option no kumara tapi anu karwa. But it because opportunity. Ito na have a negative value. Right? So that is impact. Understood? Okay, good point. Right. Then write down the topic. Next part. Approach as economic. Current approach as economic. Current approach as economics. Cycle important part. I Right. So in economics, Same as the other subjects, we have a content, right? We have a content. That content includes mainly different theories, different practices, and different models, different concepts, right? Different concepts. Or simply different calculations. Or else different methodology. Right? In economics, there are different theories, practices, methodologies, models, concepts, calculations. All these things in economics we can divide or categorize by using two approaches. If we take one approach, we can categorize, divide it into two more. Then again, the another approach, we can divide the same content type, not a different content. This content, entire content coming under economic subject discipline, we can divide. One approach is theory-based approach. Theory-based approach. The other approach is what? Policy-based approach. Theory-based approach and policy-based approach. So you will start with theory-based approach. So what do you think it is a theory? Do you aware of any other theories that you know already know? What is meant by a theory? Who is building the theories? Theory can Siddhant, නැත්නම් න්‍යාය. Siddhant, මොකද කියන්නේ Siddhant. What is a theory? What is a theory? What is a theory? Theory is something proven to be true. Theory කියන්නේ මොකක්ද අපේ? theory එකක් හදාගෙන practice එක බලලා ඒක මෙහෙම තමයි කියලා prove කරගත්තට පස්සේ that we call researching. And that's what the academics do. That's what the lecturers do. What they do, that's what the scholars, entire scholars do. What they do, they search for new knowledge and build that knowledge. They can build that it is to be true. For example, law of demand. Law of demand, law of demand. What it says? While all the other factors impacting the demand is concerned. There is an inverse relationship between price and quantity. Inverse relationship, but in a situation where all the other factors remain constant. This is a very simple example. Likewise, there are different theories developed in economics as well. So in economics, for what purpose do you think theories were built? What are the theory economics? Economic theories address what? Now you should have an answer to this. Why economic theories are? Decision making. Economic decision making, okay. What else? Any answer? Mainly all the theories were built to answer the question, the problem of what? Problem of scarcity. There are some theories that address this problem of scarcity at individually. There are some problems that there are some theories that address the problem of scarcity at macro level. Country level. right? Overall world economy, right? There are some theories that address macro. For example, what are these individual level requests? That may be a one particular person, right? That may be a one particular product. It's a product. That may be a one particular company, right? Individual level represent one particular person, product, or a company. What is the macro level represent? That may be a country or a world. This world entire world economy. What are the examples? How a consumer is satisfying his needs and wants. How price of a product is decided in the market. Such theories address the individual level problem. Company, if you take company, how to decide the optimal level of power. Lago prima කරලා ඒක ප්‍රමාණය උදා economic වල කියනවා. You equalize MC with M1 and decide the quantity where marginal revenue become equal to marginal cost at the optimal level. And that theory production provides to solve the problem of scarcity in individual level, how to decide the number of units need to be produced. And also there are some problems at macro level. Right? Macro level. What type of situation? What type of problem? How to control the inflation rate of the country? Can we calculate the inflation for one particular person? එකෙකුට පුළුවන් ද inflation rate calculate කරන්න? Family එකට පුළුවන් ද company එකට පුළුවන්? No. Inflation is relevant for all the people in the country. Right? Unemployment. Can we calculate identify the unemployment for one particular person? No. Cannot. Why? That is relevant for entire people in the country. Therefore, these type of matters are there in level problems, and there are some individual level problems. So these theories that address the individual level problem we call microeconomics. The theories that address the problem of scarcity at macro level we call macroeconomics. Theory based approach. Theory based approach. Theory based approach. There are theories. There are theories that address the problem of scarcity. That address the problem of scarcity at individual level and the macro level. Individual level, macro level represent the person, product, company. These different theories. Different theories that address the problem of scarcity. Different theories that address the problem of scarcity and microeconomics. And microeconomics. All that. Microeconomics. Example, another example. How to decide the product, how to decide the price of the product in the market. How to decide price of a product in the market. Next. Now, example action. How to decide the optimal level of output of a company. How to decide the optimal level of output of a company. Example number 3, marginal analysis. Marginal analysis under production theory. There are some, micro that the problems we have here individually. It is coming under micro. Micro. Here is that address. Here is that address. The problem of scarcity. The problem of scarcity. At macro level. Is known as macro. On that macroeconomic. Example. How to control the trade-off between unemployment and income. Trade. Trade. Trade-off එකක් කියන්නේ එකක් වැඩි කරලා අනිත් අඩු වෙනවා. Options देखा. Trade-off between unemployment and inflation. Pythagorean Phillips model. Phillips model. There are different theories are there that handle the problem of scarcity at micro level and macro level. That is one category. There is another one. That is policy based approach. This is somewhat complicated. Yeah, policy based approach. Economics policy based approach. Economic policy based approach. Who is the policy maker? Who is the policy maker? Government. Policy maker is the parliament. Adi Uttara parliament. He is the policy maker. So if we consider these policies, different policies, there are some subjective policies and there are some objective policies. This we call subjectivity. Whether it is subjective policy or objective policy. So how to differentiate? Based on the subjectivity and objectivity of these policies, we can divide this content of economics. So different actions taken on economics, different practices practiced by economics into two. Normative economics and positive economics. अभिमतानुरूपी यथानुरूपी अभिमतानुरूपी यथानुरूपी. So how to decide this objectivity and subjectivity? To understand that, I will bring the example of Sri Lankan tax policy. Compare this tax policy some years back. What are the differences? Sri Lankan tax policy? Rates are increased. Not only the rates, but also what? The tax net has widened. The tax net can net can regardless of their social contribution. Maybe religious people, there may be temple, but earning more than income than the threshold. Without the threshold is 20. Government taking the income threshold is 20. I can have more. Should pay the tax based on the current tax law. Do you think it is subjective or objective? When deciding the policy is subjective or objective, you have to consider about decision makers' value judgment. Value judgment means the way these decision makers in the world, right? Whether he is trying to refer to different situational differences, accept situational differences. If it is subjective, he is more value judgment. They might thinking if this tax policy is highly subjective policy, they will be thinking of charging taxes from 10% are not good because Sri Lanka is a Buddhist country or somewhat understanding maybe. Their perspectives reflect their decision. They are like a decision maker can perception reflect. But if it is objective policy, there is no such thing. They take the decision based on facts and figures. Facts and figures. They take the value. We need to increase the government income. Therefore, we have to increase the one and only government income source. Prioritizing it, we have to increase the government taxes, tax revenue. Therefore, regardless of whoever the person is paying, they have to charge the tax. So that is the difference between subjective and objective. Right. So I will right now. I will do a small activity. Based on the subjectivity, based on the subjectivity and the objectivity of economic policies, based on the subjectivity and the objectivity of the economic policies, different practices, different practices in economics can be divided into two. As subjective policies and objective policies. If the policies are subjective, if the policies are subjective, subjective, we identify them as subjective name. Subjective we identify as normative economics. Normative economics. Normative economics. If it is positive, it's positive. If it is positive, we call it as positive economics. We are going to table the differences between positive and normative economic state. එකපැත්තට positive statements, අනිත් පැත්තට normative statements. එකපැත්තට positive economics, අනිත් පැත්තට normative statements කියලා කරනවා. positive පැත්ත දාන්න. positive පැත්ත දාන්න. It is based on facts and figures. It is based on facts and figures. අනිත් පැත්ත normative එකේ based on the way decision maker based on the way decision maker see the world. Based on the way decision maker see the world. I positive පැත්ත ලියා ගන්න positive පැත්තේ can be tested. අනිත් පැත්ත cannot be tested. Cannot be tested. So I will show you some statements, right? You tell me whether these are positive or normative.